Hey guys, Stellar here. All right, I'm back today with another Stellar Speaks video, and today I'm just talking about random things. Not really just one topic. I just had a few things that have been going around in my head, and I just thought I would share my perspective on some of the things that I've been thinking about. So if you care to hear what I have to say, then I welcome you. But just let me tell you, I have a cold right now, and I'm finding it really hard to breathe. So if it sounds like I am winded, I apologize. The first thing I wanted to talk about is this whole quote unquote community that we are in. Um, you know, I am glad that people are finally realizing that this is a drama community, because that's what we are. We're a drama community. For the longest time, I would see people saying, oh, this is a horrible community. That's all it is drama. It's like, well, we're based on drama. There's always drama in this community. But what I find the funniest is when people take that word community, and when everything's fine in this community, certain people want to be like, oh, well, we're all part of this community together. We're all in this together. We all need to come together. We need to be kumbaya with one another. We need to get along and lift up this community. But then the minute anybody is upset with someone in the community, or there's drama that's really popping off in the community, boom, they switch and, oh, this community sucks. It's so horrible. It's filled with evil people, and the people just are so mean and blah, 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 blah. And I just hate this community. They switch like that. And to me, it's like, well, I think that's the problem, is that people are looking at this community like, oh, we're supposed to be one big happy family and get along. That's not reality. This is how I look at the whole quote-unquote community here on YouTube. I look at it like the community that I live in my real world, okay? I live in a community that is filled with different types of people, different types of neighborhoods. If I don't like certain neighborhoods in my community, if I don't like certain people in my community, I just don't deal with them. And that is exactly how I choose to be on YouTube. Here in YouTube land, if I really don't care for somebody's content, or I really don't like some of the things that they, say, I just ignore them. I just don't go to their neighborhoods. I just don't deal with them. There's no reason why we all can't coexist without having to interact with each other and without having to bash on one another. So for those of you who just keep on trying to sell this whole big old happy community thing, that's not reality. We're not all going to get along. We don't all get along. We all don't agree with one another. And it's okay. That's reality. People disagree. People don't like each other. And that's fine. But the thing is to learn how to coexist without letting people that you don't like get underneath your skin. All right, so that's all I have to say about the whole quote-unquote community thing. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is something that I find very amusing. When someone who is clearly disliked in this community or on YouTube, and they will constantly make the remark, well, if you don't like me, then don't watch me. All you haters, why are you watching me? Well, there's this little thing that is called hate watching. Now, I don't use the word hate. I think it's a very strong word. I think it's a very strong emotion. And I try not to put too much emphasis on the word hate. Just not my word. So anyway, there's this thing called hate watching. People are watching you not because they like you, but because they dislike you. And some of those watchers might even hate you. I'm not one of them because I don't hate on people. But it's called hate watching. So when you're on your platform and you're telling people, well, if you don't like me, don't watch me. Well, that doesn't get through to people who are hate watching you. They are watching you for that very reason. So the more you sit there and you think that you're trying to get through to people who don't like you, if you don't like me, you don't like my content, don't watch me. That just goes over their heads. Because the whole purpose of hate watching is to see what stupid things you do. We heard it for months and months and months and months from a certain person, and she too didn't get it. People weren't watching you because they loved you. They loved your content. They were hate watching you. There's a whole slew of people who hate watch others here on YouTube. Seems to be a thing. And why do they do it? They do it for their own entertainment. So if you do not understand why people are watching you and hating on you, it's because they're hate watching you. And regardless of how many times you plead with them to stop watching you, they're going to keep on watching you. And in my opinion, the more you keep on telling people not to watch you, they're going to watch you more and more and more. All right, now let's talk about content. You know, I have to laugh every time I hear anyone say, well, Stellar, you wouldn't have any content if it wasn't for me. If you weren't using my videos, you would have no content. Now, I think that is the biggest joke of all time. If you take a look at some of my other videos I've done, I've made videos not using anyone for content. I know what I am capable of, and I know that I am creative enough that I can create any type of video using any type of content. So why do I continue to make videos using others, I guess you can say, as content? Well, because it's what my subscribers enjoy. It's what my subscribers ask for. And as a creator, I want to keep my subscribers happy. And I have said this before, and I will say it again, as long as my videos are in good standing with YouTube, and they all have been, because I do abide by the YouTube guidelines, and I will continue to do so, I will continue to make these types of videos. You know, and my videos have never been made with malicious intent. Never. I try to make light of situations. I try to find humor in situations. I try to help out people who are dealing with these situations and they really let it get to them. Now I understand if the people who are in these videos get upset and don't like it. But the way I see it is, you make the choice to turn on a camera and record yourself. You make the choice to say what you say. You know very well that people are watching, people are recording. So you kind of put yourself in that position, being that it's a public forum, that you might be at risk for somebody using your content in a humorous way. And that's what I do. I use it in a very humorous way. As I said, I want to keep my subscribers happy, but to be honest, I do it for my own entertainment. You know, I will be watching somebody or somebody sends me a clip and boom, right away, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, a song comes to my head and I'm like, this would be perfect for that. And I've made videos before that I have not posted, and I just make them and laugh at them myself. So again, as long as YouTube is happy with what I do and I'm not in any kind of trouble and I'm not stepping on the YouTube guidelines toes, I will continue to make my videos. Now, there are certain people that I won't do videos about, and it's not because I feel intimidated or anything like that. It's just I don't watch them. I don't care to watch them. I really don't know them that well. You know, I have made Trisha videos and Linda videos, but those two people, you know, I have been watching for some time now, and I know more or less their shenanigans that have gone on. As far as like newer people who have come into this community, I just don't deal with them. So I don't do videos. And I'm saying that because a few people have asked me, you know, well, why don't you make videos about blah, 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 blah. I just don't, and I won't. I don't know. It's just, you know, I tend to make videos on people that I kind of have knowledge about, because I don't want to make a video on somebody that I know nothing about, and if I'm not watching them or if I'm not familiar with them, I'm not comfortable making a video about them, so I just don't do it. Okay, now let's talk about respecting the elderly. You know, I really find that funny when I hear that said, especially when it comes from Linda. You know, oh, don't you guys know you should be respecting your elderly? You know, what would your parents think if they knew that you're harassing this old woman? The woman is 60 years old, Okay, I do not consider that to be elderly. And I do not consider her to be my elder because she's not even old enough to be my mother. So how am I going to sit here and be lectured on not being respectful of my elders when I don't see her as being my elder? Yes, I was brought up to be respectful of those that are older than me, but this woman is 60. She's not an 80-year-old fragile woman. Yes, granted, she might look older. She might feel older. She might think older. She sure the heck doesn't act older. But I do not see her as being my elder where I need to bow down and give her this respect. And in my opinion, respect is earned. Respect is not just given if you're going to be a butthole to people. You know, she has said many things that have been disrespectful on my beliefs, on my religion, on my choices of life. So why should she demand respect from me when she's been disrespectful to some of the things that I believe in, some of the ways that I have been brought up? So back to the question that was posed. I don't think it was asked of me. It might have been, I don't know, because I've heard that this lady was saying things in her videos about me and whatever. So I don't know if she was posing the question to me or to this other person. But what would your parents think, or how would your parents feel if they knew that you were harassing this older woman, this old woman, or elderly woman, whatever, however she said it? You know, and to answer that, whether it was asked of me or not, I will answer that. First of all, my parents would look at the video and they would say, "Wow, you did this? Are you serious? This is awesome. How did you do that? How did you know what clips to use? And that music, oh, it went perfect in there. And oh my gosh, where did you get that?" My dad would be laughing his butt off, my mother too. And they would be, "You know, that's awesome. You're so creative. How did you do that?" Then they'd be like, "Well, who's this lady? And why is she, what is going on? Why is she always in bed? Why does she think like this? Wait, what do you mean she says she's a prophet of God? What do you mean she says she has personal conversations with God? You know, we pray, but we don't hear God's voice. We go to church, we're religious, but we aren't prophets. Who is this lady?" Then they maybe watch some of the videos, the clips that I have. And my father would be like, "Wait a minute. What do you mean she's bashing on Catholics? What does this woman mean when she says that all Catholics are going to hell? Wait a minute, what?" Because my father is a very devout Catholic. And the woman has bashed the religion. So my father would be like, "Okay, now I get it. I get why you're making these videos. I understand from the things that she says, how ridiculous it is, how ridiculous she sounds. I get it. I get it, mija. Good job. Good job on your videos. Keep it up." That's how my parents would look at this. Because I'm not bashing, I'm not harassing, I'm not tormenting, I'm not being malicious. I'm making light of the stupidity that this woman continually spits out daily. Every time she turns on that camera, I know that something is going to be said that I could use. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, I'll say it again, I'll say it again. As long as I am abiding by the terms of service, the guidelines set by YouTube, I will continue to make these types of videos. And I will continue to create my own content. I have lots of ideas, but I will continue to use, certain things for content. Now note, when I do make my videos, I have to add other video clips, have to add some music, add some other special effects to make it creative and interesting content. Because how anyone could lay flat in a bed with wiry hair, eating chips and dip and having a dog drinking out of your cup or whatever it does, how anyone can consider that content is beyond me. That is not content. My videos at least add a little bit more different elements to it to make it entertaining. For Pete's sake, come on, brush your hair, wash your face, brush your teeth, set up, go sit outside, put up a nice backdrop, give your viewers something to enjoy. How is that being creative? How is that view-worthy content? Other than hate watching, I don't understand why people watch this woman. You know, I don't watch all the time. I do pop in and out. I can only handle so much. But, you know, she provides material. I make it into entertaining, creative content. End of story. Like I said, it's not always going to be like that, but I will continue to give my subscribers, my awesome, awesome subscribers, awesome, awesome supporters, awesome friends, exactly what they want. They want to see these kind of videos, I'll do these kind of videos. So, anyhow, that's all I have to say about that for right now. I just wanted to just talk about a few different things. I'm sure I've rambled on. Hopefully I make some sense. But anyway, guys, thank you so much again for your love and support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you so much for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. And I didn't want to make a big old hoopla about it, make a video about it. I wanted to get a little bit higher than, I think I'm at 1,000, jumping the gun, 2,000, 1,005, I think that's where I'm at. I wanted to wait a little bit. I will make some kind of special video. It's just, I feel like when you make that announcement, people are really quick to pull back their subscriptions to kind of mess with you and whatever, you know, it's all part of the YouTube game. I get it. But thank you all so much again for your love, encouragement, support, positive comments. You guys are awesome, 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 awesome. So I thank each and every one of you. And okay, that's all I got for right now. You guys have an awesome day.